Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar News, your trusted source for credible updates on global currency developments. As of June 29, 2025, events unfolding within major banking systems worldwide suggest we are nearing a pivotal moment. If you've been following the revaluation journey of the Iraqi dinar and Vietnamese dong, now is the time to stay alert. From digital infrastructure upgrades to synchronized system tests, what's happening is anything but routine. Whether you're a seasoned holder or new to the space, these signs point to an approaching shift in currency values. In recent days, banking systems around the world, including those at HSBC, Wells Fargo, and even the Federal Reserve, have entered what experts are referring to as a silent digital reboot. Unlike typical maintenance, these upgrades are being executed without public notice, a clear departure from standard transparency practices. Behind the scenes, Forex servers and blockchain networks have been displaying unusual behavior, hinting at system-wide recalibrations. Ripple and Swift have both experienced increased volume and latency in transaction processing, suggesting an override process is in motion. The focus appears to be on exotic currencies, with the IQD and VND taking center stage. Financial clearing systems in both Europe and Asia are also involved, implying a coordinated cross-border event. While news outlets remain quiet, insider chatter from bank terminals and private trading networks is heating up. Alerts, back-end rate queue testing, and high-value redemption simulations are increasing in frequency and visibility. These aren't small fixes, they're full-scale adjustments tied to potential real-time valuation changes. Holders of Iraqi dinar and Vietnamese dong should consider this a strong signal that we're entering the final stage of readiness. Private clients in Zurich, Dubai, and Hong Kong have reportedly received briefings on temporary exchange disruptions in Iraq. Biometric security has been implemented across the banking network, and a national digital wallet has been deployed. Vietnam has also seen freezes on large VND transfers paired with foreign reserve declarations, mirroring Iraq's previous steps leading into IMF compliance. All of these developments signal that both nations are aligning their infrastructure for a serious value correction. Financial analysts point to the increased use of ISO 2022 messaging, an international financial standard for cross-border communication, as a key indicator. These systems are showing a surge in encrypted messages linked to asset-backed currency transactions. At the same time, certain Forex tools are struggling to track IQD and VND in real time, likely due to their rerouting through alternative rate environments in controlled test phases. Institutional investors are no longer standing by. Hedge funds in Singapore, New York, and London have been quietly reallocating portions of their portfolios into exotic currency baskets. This isn't speculative gambling, it's a strategic shift based on proprietary analytics and private intel. Several arbitrage trading firms have already integrated IQD and VND futures into their models, preparing for long-term value positioning. Even Zimbabwe's ZWL is drawing renewed interest thanks to its backing by gold, lithium, and platinum. The Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe completed its third testing phase of a gold-backed digital token in late 2024, and if global approval follows, it could be included under the Global Currency Realignment Protocol, opening the door for a full valuation reset. Back in the United States, leaked internal memos from major financial institutions like JPMorgan Chase and Bank of America describe testing terminals configured specifically for IQD and VND exchanges. These memos refer to currency reflaggings, a technical term often seen just prior to a revaluation event. A former Citibank executive confirmed that simulations have already been conducted using internal exchange rates far above current public value. These aren't hypothetical models, they are live environment rehearsals. Banks don't run such drills unless implementation is imminent. Meanwhile, the State Bank of Vietnam has been tightening control over its monetary system. Audits, restrictions on high-volume transfers, and declarations of foreign reserves are stacking up quickly. Analysts recognize these steps as nearly identical to the ones Iraq followed before receiving full compliance status from the IMF. These parallel developments strongly suggest coordinated intent between both nations to transition into globally recognized asset-backed currency systems. Even without formal announcements, the infrastructure is moving ahead. That momentum brings a wave of urgency, but also a heightened risk of fraud. As anticipation grows, so do attempts by scammers posing as redemption officials. In 2025, phishing attempts and fake exchange offers have skyrocketed. Some impersonators claim they can provide early access to new rates in exchange for personal data or payment. Let this be clear. No legitimate institution will ever contact you unsolicited for such purposes. Stay vigilant, only use certified banks, and never share private information unless you're at an official, in-person appointment. If you hold IQD or VND, now is the time to get organized. Store your physical currency safely, document purchase details, and confirm your notes are authentic. Build your advisory circle, an experienced banker, a financial advisor, and a tax expert who understands capital gains implications. Focus on identifying banks likely to handle exotic currency exchanges. Institutions like Wells Fargo, Chase, and HSBC are among those preparing behind the scenes. Looking ahead, all eyes are on the upcoming IMF Summer Summit in July 2025. The theme is centered on asset-backed monetary stability, exactly what Iraq, Vietnam, and Zimbabwe are working toward. Sources suggest formal currency strategy announcements from these nations could be timed with this global event. Analysts are now projecting a revaluation within the next 90 days, based on infrastructure readiness, investor positioning, and digital system testing. If you've been patient, this may be the moment your preparation pays off, but the opportunity also demands caution. Make sure every step you take is guided by facts, not hype. This is Iraqi Dinar News, and we'll continue to bring you the most accurate updates as this story evolves. Like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next big shift.